or in prison or on crack. Okay, all this beautiful smile they got now, trust in him is the reason they're going to become eradicated and dead, put in concentration camps, or become drug addicts or Christians, and all the stuff that make us seem to die off the earth. But as you can see, these people right here has done everything that they can to sustain themselves without the help of any outside influence. Now these daughters, these girls, is taking this guy through the woods on a quest. Alright, then he's gonna slow them down because he's carrying all this baggage. You see them, look, they got his shit, carrying his pots and shit, like they always do, turn us into their slaves, alright? Make us become, available for their mission, which always be to make our asses end up dead, alright? Now look, see these young kids, they moving out through the woods because they're going where they know to go. They built the paper. Look at him. He's got to take time off to cut parents and everything for himself because too much materialism. They'll be gone already if they want to carry on all his shit. And this is all the shit he got to equip himself with to go out into their world. Because they can live out here without the desires and without the impressions in their heart about what should be accumulated. And then they can survive off what the natural creator gave them to sustain themselves. And if left alone, this type of society will flourish forever. But these guys come in and want to cut everything down and build houses, which means that all of the sustainment and the materialism that's natural for you to live is eradicated and replaced by steel and concrete. So they end up going more and more into the bush and destroying natural nature more and more and more. So now what we got now is because of that, people have to be used as a food source. And don't you kid yourself. What's going on is those black plastic trays that we just looked at is exactly what they are. Plastic trays to package these little kids and your ass in so the elite can eat us because they've depleted all the animals on the planet. And they like to eat meat. So they're going to be the headhunters and the cannibals that they try to tell you these people are. It's really them. And that's the reason why you just saw those black plastic trays. Because they've destroyed all this natural food that shouldn't have been eaten anyway. You should have been a vegetarian like I am. But since they're meat eaters and all the meat has died, they have no choice but to turn to other humans for their consumption. You better know that's what's going down. And that's why the light ships are here to drown their asses. And everybody else that's on the earth that's not wise enough to understand the words coming from the Buddha mouth to be authentic and so. And the rain, as you see right there, is going to come everywhere like this. And it's going to rain and rain and rain and rain, and it's never going to stop. And I'm going to have my ass in that light ship. And you guys out here on the earth that's been influenced by this man's lies and his freaking torture and his damaging of earth everywhere, and no one did anything to stop him. And see, he didn't have nothing good to say about these people. Was wise enough and crafty enough to build that house, that high off the ground. That's the second house. Those girls led him. They led him to that second house that they built because they know they travel this forest all the time. So they built that house there. So when they're traveling, they can sleep in there at night. But he won't give them credit. He won't say, and then they come and see girls walking around with the breasts like this and call it heathen and pagan. But now if you see women with their breasts like that, it's all a form of exploitation or the selling of the female anatomy. And see, this is what I mean about them. They so cumbersome because they have to carry all this materialism with them. So that means that they got to make clearances for all their materialism, which means that they destroy the trees and all the animals that live in the trees and everything. See, this is what I'm talking about. Now these girls don't need no machete. They don't have to cut anything to get through the forest, but the people cutting, carrying all that materialism got to damage everything so they can make it through, to carry all the white man extra baggage. That's why the world is destroyed. Too much materialism. And so now that there's so much materialism on the earth, they decide, what do? We genocide all the niggas. Okay, so we can have more. It's like, don't you think you should tear some of these abandoned houses down? You see how these people live out there, and they build a hut where anybody traveling can use the hut. You see, anyone traveling can use the hut. But the reason why he's like this with these white guys is because he knows who they are. He knows. He knows, these motherfuckers. But he still trusts them. So they're probably all dead now. This is what happens when you don't listen to the Buddha. You trust the wrong God, and you end up dead. This is not God right here. This is Satan. Peace and blessing. That's God right there. Because he's all in the woods, minding his own business, taking care of himself and respecting nature. This guy, it's not where he should be minding his own business. He's out in the woods, getting ready to destroy this guy right here and all the nature. Trust me on that. That's why the waters are here to get these people off the earth. They are very destructive to the earth, and the universe knows that. So it's going down. Now he's smoking tobacco. They were smoking weed like never before, and all of a sudden, tobacco. And of course, he's showing him his magazine bullshit, already corrupting their brains. You see, and I bet you somewhere in there he's gonna show them a picture of the white man God Jesus. And this is how we all end up in Detroit, begging his ass for a job, because he come out here where we normally sustain ourselves and living under everything our original God gave us. He deliberately destroys all that shit and make us want to beg him for a way to sustain ourselves. And so we all come up dead. And if we don't die back fast enough, they build concentration camps to kill us even faster. But all the time you sitting up thinking that this is God. Okay? And that's why everything gets dying. Because the person who claims to be God is not. I hate to be one to tell you that, but it's the truth. So they're gonna blow some shit up your ass. What? I'll show you what I mean. Let me show you. I'll show you. Now this is Peru Rambo. See? And then of course that guy, if I would have let you hear what he was saying, he just kept saying over and over that they was cannibals. That's all he could say about them. Nothing but negativity, you know. Hey, these some hospitable people, they managed to build these houses, and thanks to that I'm able to stay dry at night. None of that came out of his mouth. Only negative. They're cannibals. Cannibals, cannibals, cannibals. Or either they want to come at you with this shit. Okay? Always black men, they gotta be dressed like women. Okay? Everything about us has gotta be so outside of the true realm of our superior creative God. When Hollywood get a hold to our creative people like Tyler Perry, they make them, Martin, all of them, they make them do stupid shit like this. And these guys need to make money, so I ain't striking at them. But what I'm doing is showing you one of the tactics that's used. And see, I'm not gonna get mad and say nothing negative about nobody, except the reason that it's happening. And so I never know what Tyler Perry do with the money he get from complying with what these devils want. You know, it could be some good stuff that come from that. I don't know. Mayar Hotel. So yeah, I had to I live with a guy and I'll help him out. Actually, he's a good guy. He's like old elderly guy. And he needs my help a lot, so I always have to leave. I'm his hands and his feet, every damn thing. And I don't mind because this guy's pretty cool. He look out for me, but what I'm saying is my circumstance is that if I'm gonna be and don't get me wrong, right? I want you to understand exactly what I'm saying. Everybody needs help. But when you have a circumstance where some people have all the wealth to begin with, and then you end up being utilized by the people, and I'm not saying this to be rude to him, because if it wasn't for this guy, I wouldn't have anywhere to live right now. I'd be homeless with a backpack, because these bastards right here, the one who had the nerves to say eating with cannibals. If they such cannibals, why can't you guys stay away from them? I don't understand it. If everything is so negative, why do you always want to be around them? See, this is how they tarnish us and make us be bad and try to justify creating circumstances of poverty for us around the planet, because they give us these type of bullshit exposure. That's all they ever do. So you end up being a person capable of working and willing to work and healthy and wise and everything. But these guys use their guns to take everything off the planet, and they use bad propaganda like this right here. Now, you know, one of these segments I watched, some gay white guy went into the bush and found these tribes of black men and influenced them of becoming homosexuals, and then had the nerves to front that. Well, these guys are lovers, and these guys are lovers, and this guy right here is my lover. And I sat there and looked at him and thought, I could peep. You took your ass out there and taught them that. Otherwise, they would not be doing that foolish ass shit. So all of the bad habits that we got come from mimicking people who have no other gesture on the earth but to make sure that we be redundant, in state of redundance, okay? Now, what I was saying about my circumstances, The fact that these guys eradicated jobs for us melanated men is set up so we could all die and not be around to be soulmates or counterparts, spouses for the black women, melanated women, and be around to raise our children. So it's eradication completely 100% from the planet, so we get reduced to being servants and all that old stuff like that. God men that's being victimized and utilized like that, that's the reason for the bad weather, to eradicate all this ungodliness off of the planet. I just want you to know that, because you're not going to be down here keeping qualified, competent, capable men from doing God's work. Because if you do, then God will just send the elements to do it. And then when your ass is removed, the God man will just get back in position and make sure you never surface again. Know that. So what you're looking at here is the old concentration camp, Auschwitz. Is what they are, okay? This is Auschwitz. Okay, you understand? Auschwitz, Germany. Look at that. Look at it. Ain't that something? This is the money they spent. These bastards right here. Now this is like the UN trucks that you see. Here they all go sitting around. That's Obama and Bush and Hillary Clinton. At least this time America did put some evil ass women involved, you know. But you can see the layout, how they have elaborate plans on murdering, mass murder. Okay. Do you see? Laboratories and shit. Okay, gas chambers. Okay, this is what they got right now. Alright, it's just so sad that this is who we are. Okay, you can see, just like the police state that we in right now, that was in California a few days ago. Look at the vehicles coming soon to your neighborhood. Okay, look at eating and drink faggot shit. Okay, out there at night. Let's go kill niggas, kill niggas, kill niggas, kill women, because we are white men with guns and we're not happy with ourselves. See, it's going down. Look. Look at them. See? This is all they can do. And this is why our world is so messed up. Look at it. Making phone calls. Let's kill niggas. Let's kill some shit. Let's kill Russians. Let's kill Jews. This is their makeup, their composition, their cosmic characteristics because of the lack of melanin. Okay, this is all they can do. All through history. All through history, this is what they've contributed. Okay, so if you want to know who is responsible for building these up-to-date concentration camps, these same people. As you can see right there, putting the gas down. See, this is how wicked they are. They putting this gas in here, and then they gonna, and now he got a gas mask on, and look, putting tape to the door so the shit won't come out. Making sure there's no holes you dig for the shit to escape. Alright? Poisonous gas, entering the room is dangerous to life. That's so they can let their comrades know that we're gassing people now, don't go in there. Alright? And this is all of the shit that we got to look forward to at the hands of Jesus Christ in the good white Christian brotherhood. Okay? Alright, this is what goes on in their meetings that they have. All you black people sitting up in West Angeles church, I want you to know what your dollars perpetuate that you give to them. Okay? Alright, this is what's going on. And you're not going to sit there and try to act like you should get a pass on being responsible for this. Because you're not. Because you're wise enough to know what I'm saying to you. And this is here for everybody. Your ass ain't going to get an exclusion because of your skin complexion. You better know that shit. This man right here can tell you. See, he was a political prisoner. He looked like a white man to me. He can say he's Polish or Jew, whatever he wants to. He's a white man if you want to know what I say to you. Alright, and that's what I'm trying to point out. We are all human beings. Regardless to how much hue you have or how absent of hue you are. You still boil down to being a child of God. And you should act